Hi guys, Alina here, and what I'm about to tell you is something I couldn't have imagined even like 3 months ago. But let's get started. It's a pretty fun and new adventure, so keep watching to know everything and to know where Elijah and I have moved. As you all know, on February 24th, some terrible news happened. Russia invaded Ukraine and didn't even call it a war. They called it a special military operation, and of course things went downhill real fast, and a lot of people got scared, a lot of people got panicked. At first we of course got panicked too, and some of my friends left to Georgia like immediately, and Armenia. And I told to Elijah like, okay, let's go, and he's like, yeah, we should definitely move. But he was like, I'm not sure that Georgia and Armenia could be the best option because it's like pretty close to Russia, and who knows what will happen next, who knows which countries Russia will want to invade next. And plus, as so many Russians went to Georgia and Armenia and Turkey, also Istanbul, especially prices went like so high, maybe twice more for rent, for example. And then Elijah just came to my room and he decided to open up a list with countries where Russians can enter without any visa. And it's not like a lot of countries, let's say that. Having Russian passport doesn't bring a lot of benefits, but there was this one country that I was pretty interested about, and we just started like exploring the options in this particular country where I'm sitting now, and I can't believe it. And we realized that it can be a pretty good choice. So the decision was made pretty fast, I would say, where to go, but we decided to go in around like 1.5 months, and we started collecting some documents that we might need while we are moving abroad. And we just like started our preparation, and it was like hell of a ride because bureaucracy is a bitch, and we had to go through some a lot of like different departments, and of course spend some money. But in the end, we've done almost everything that we could. We also told our landlady that we are moving out of our apartment in St. Petersburg, which was really sad because I grew so close to this apartment. That's where we filmed the show also, and it was just like a very good place with a very good price, and a lot of nice things happened there. But sometimes I guess it kind of just requires you to cut off all the like things you grew accustomed to have a space for newer and better things probably. And the moving out process was so freaking stressful too, because when you live somewhere for quite a while, you just have so much stuff in the end, and you don't even realize how much stuff that you have. I think people who moved can really relate to that. And we had only one like one piece of luggage and one piece of hand luggage, and one piece of luggage was 23 kilograms. We threw away so many things. I gave a lot of things to like people and to my family, and some things I gave to my family so they will keep it and don't like touch it. Some things that dear to my heart. But again, you have to like kind of tell yourself like whatever things are just things, and you'll have new things or maybe not, because I realized that being like having a minimalistic approach could be a very good option for life, and you can like travel more easily if you want. And I think that's what life is about, adventures. And when you have so much stuff to move around, it just like kind of doesn't let you. We packed everything hardly and then in the airport it turned out that we have an overweight of 20 kilos combined, like Elijah had and I had, and combined it was 20 kilos, so had to pay for that, and actually my dad paid, and it was really embarrassing, and I was like, no, I pay. He was like, no. Probably he just really wanted me to like F off. And he was willing to pay all the money he could for that, but no, of course I'm kidding, he's just kind. But anyway, we left and we decided to stay in Turkey for a bit. Actually, from Russia there are not many places where you can travel to right now. For example, to Europe you can't, even if you have a visa. And so Turkey was one of our options, and we found tickets to this country from Turkey. And at first we went to Turkey and decided to stay there for a bit, for just a few days, because we love it so much and we wanted to just hang out and see Maria. I'm very grateful to Maria that her and her husband met us, and that they gave us a place to stay, and it was like really fun to hang out and see Maria again and her husband, and just explore more of Istanbul. And actually we filmed a really funny video in Istanbul, and it's gonna be on my channel soon, so subscribe not to miss it. I'm sure you guys will love it, so yeah, stay tuned. So we spent a bit of time in Istanbul, and then we were ready for our final destination. And I still wasn't sure if we will be allowed to enter, because I've seen some Russians who tried to travel there, that they had some issues with their documents. So we had to like double, triple, quadruple check everything. An interesting detail that we couldn't even buy our tickets to this destination because Russian cards are not working anywhere outside of Russia, so it was a huge struggle how to work around it. And the person who helped us to buy the tickets was Caleb, so he officially helped us escape to Russia, and we are very grateful to him. We were able to like pay with his card, and then we were able to like send him money in like a very strange way, but it worked, and thank God it worked. Otherwise we would not be here. I don't know otherwise what we would do. And another issue is that we couldn't even book an Airbnb here because Russian and Belarus residents are not allowed to make a booking, which is very strange because, okay, I get it that Russian card doesn't work, and I get that you can't book anything in Russia, but outside of Russia, just for being Russian, you can't like book, even not with a Russian card, because we again used Caleb's card. Didn't work, so we had to ask another friend of ours to book it for us. So we were afraid that things are not gonna go right, and of course when we arrived to airport, things did not go right. We were told that our flight is overbooked. Maria and Elijah were completely shocked. I was kind of shocked too, but I've heard about situations like that, and we weren't late at all. It just happened that way. So we were waiting, and then they came up with a new flight, but we had to pay for luggage again out of the pocket and stuff, and it was just like and our cards don't work. It was just like pretty stressful situation when, you know, something doesn't go according to plan. And then we almost like we had a connection flight which was only like an hour, and then the flight from Turkey got delayed by at least 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes. So we were like, oh god, are we gonna make the other flight? And it was another airlines, so it was like two airlines, and we were like, we don't know. And so we arrive, and the person meets us, like an assistance for a disability, and he's like, okay, we have 10 minutes, I don't know if we're gonna make it. And I'm not allowed to run with her, meaning me, for safety reasons, because Elijah was like, let's just run. And he's like, well, I wish, but I'm not allowed to. So we finally made it, and we were on a flight to Argentina. So that's where we are now. Buenos dias, ¿cómo estás? So yeah, we were finally on our flight to Buenos Aires, and I could not believe it that we made it. But of course, we had like a 13-and-a-half-hour flight in front of us. We were just like, yes, at least we are on a flight, and the flight was fine. It just was pretty shaky. I don't know if it's always like that, but it was the longest flight I've ever taken. But surprisingly, it wasn't like that bad. I was trying to just sleep and eat and drink a bit, maybe of wine, I don't know. So yeah, we arrived to Argentina, to Buenos Aires, and that's where we are gonna stay. I don't know for how long, we'll see, but so far I really love it. As I'm recording this video, it's only our third day here, and we've already seen some city. We've got ourselves a bit settled, bought the SIM cards. What else did we do? Ate. We could hardly get a public transportation card. It was a whole quest to find it. Luckily, I know Spanish. That's like one of the reasons we came here. Otherwise, it would be very, very difficult without Spanish. But I can kind of explain things, and I'm looking forward so much for learning more Spanish and maybe going to some language course. I don't know yet. For now, our priority is to look for an apartment because this Airbnb is for 10 days only. And the main reason why we wanted to leave Russia is that we don't agree with Russian politics. We don't agree with aggression and invasion of other sovereign country. It just made me really like throw up to hear the news, to see people who support violence, who are fine with the war, and they're like believe the propaganda is just so disgusting. And also the absence of freedom of speech, people get into jail because of their reposts, because of their likes on social media. This is completely outrageous. And also all the homophobia in Russia, and just a lot of things that are really, really bad. Becoming an outcast of other world. I'm a person who loves to connect to people, who loves to travel, who loves to collaborate with people from other countries. I've worked as a freelance video editor for like Australians, for Americans, for people from Saudi Arabia, and it was amazing. And all these experiences, and even from Ukraine too, and all these experiences really enriched me and enriched my personality, I think, my character. So not having all this access and possibilities, it just like also is not right. And we of course also got scared. What if after a bit we will not be able to leave Russia at all? Who knows? So yeah, we feel much safer here, even though we don't have any friends, only each other. We don't know anyone here. We only talked to some friends of friends, but it's not like we personally knew someone here and had like a close connection. Like for example, Maria in Istanbul, who met us, who explained us like how to use this, how to use that, like transportation, whatever. Like we don't have anyone here who explains these things to us, but local people so far are so friendly and so helpful, and everyone is always ready to hear my broken Spanish and explain me something slower. And Elijah is already learning some Spanish, which is also exciting. And finally, I can say that I'm against the war in Ukraine, and I'm against the aggression in any country, and what Russia is doing is not right. And if I've said that, being in Russia, I could be facing up to 15 years in jail because we had this new law about discrediting Russian army, and a lot of people didn't know about it, and they wrote on my Instagram and everywhere like, why are you not speaking up against the war in Ukraine? That is why. And I've already got some threats in my Instagram from Russian people who are like, we've seen your posts, we're taking screenshots of them, and we send them to investigation offices. So because we think that your posts fall under Russian the law of discrediting Russian army. So I think it was a good move to leave and just try to, I think, build a life here. So that's about it, and I wanna give a special thanks to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and those who haven't subscribed to my Patreon yet, you can do this. I leave the link down below, and I post some more information about my life there, about dating, about like everything what's going on, and posting more pictures, and you get an early access to my videos too. Subscribe, follow, like, share, whatever, and hasta luego. Ciao.